chef and a full-time security detail. Jackson's office also opened a $7 million auditorium and cafeteria at HUD's headquarters, despite calls to use that money for low-income housing. Jackson also solicited an emergency bid for oil portraits of himself and 4 other HUD secretaries at a taxpayer cost of $100,000. Housing experts say Jackson will be remembered as so committed to President Bush's stated goal of increasing home ownership that he brought mortgage risks to new highs. New figures show congressional lobbying reached a new high last year. According to the Center for Responsive Politics, corporations, industries, and other interests spent a record $2.79 billion last year. It was an 8% rise over 2006, amounting to an average of $17 million for every day of Congress. The drug industry saw the highest rise, increasing its lobbying spending by 25%. Center for Responsive Politics Executive Director Sheila Kromholt said, quote, "At a time when our economy is contracting, Washington's lobbying industry has been expanding. Lobbying seems to be a recession-proof industry," she said. The Bush administration is rebuffing a congressional challenge to the Department of Homeland Security's new satellite surveillance system. Last week, Democrats threatened to shut down the program unless privacy concerns could be addressed. The satellite program is designed to provide federal, state, and local officials with extensive access to spy satellite imagery to assist the emergency response and other domestic security needs. But critics say the Bush administration hasn't created legal safeguards to ensure that the program won't be used for domestic spying. In a letter to lawmakers, Chertoff said the system poses no civil liberties concerns and will be slowly activated in the coming weeks. And supporters of the jailed Palestinian professor Sami al-Arian have issued a new warning over his health after he was again placed in solitary confinement just days before his scheduled release. Dr. al-Arian is in the second month of a hunger strike to protest his ongoing imprisonment. Last year, al-Arian was imprisoned for an additional 18 months for refusing to testify before a Virginia grand jury. He's been imprisoned for 5 years on charges that he was a leader of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. He was jailed on a plea agreement to avoid a second trial. In his original trial, a Florida jury failed to return a single guilty verdict on any of the 17 charges brought against him. And those are some of the headlines. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. We're broadcasting from Seattle, Washington.